So here's for nano in food. To me, this is the third rail. It's different. Having nano in mountain bike frames is one thing, but when I put it in my mouth, it changes my relationship to just about everything. And I think what you're seeing now is just generally, people are feeling much worse about the safety of our food supply. Every few months there's another E. coli outbreak, whatnot. That is sort of the social background. The first uses will be in food packaging, and these are already on the marketplace. If you go, you can't buy this usually in stores, but if you're probably at the Red Sox game, they don't want glass bottles in the stands. So they use these plastic bottles, and in the bottle is a nano-engineered clay liner designed to keep the CO2 in, the bubbles, and the oxygen out, which kills the flavor of the beer. Okay? This is a dietary supplement, B12, that you spray in your mouth. These are food packaging, like Tupperware, that have a silver. Again, when I talked about silver, nano-engineered silver, they're designed to kill bacteria, hopefully keep the mold off your strawberries. And here's some tableware. So these are the first applications. The interesting thing here is that when we actually showed people the claims of these products, we talked to them about them. Most people are kind of ambivalent. Just give me more information. I haven't decided if this is good or bad, which is good, I think. I mean, that's actually good news that people haven't sort of said, I'm going to reject this. They're actually very hungry for more information. If we say it's going to go in your mouth, it changes a little bit. This was food packaging. This touches food. Then we started talking to them about actually putting the stuff into food. And the number that would just rejects this out of hand goes up significantly. And the next 2 or 3 years, I think, are going to be critical. Sort of how the science community handles this, the government, the press. I think social oversight actually is more important than government oversight now. Sort of how we kind of negotiate this contract of who's responsible for what, who tests. I think how people learn and with what message could have huge, huge impacts that go on for decades. Obviously, industry is going to have to deal with the real risks and what some people call perceptual risks. Sort of how do people think or feel about this? It's going to have a huge impact on the market. I think an accident involving nano could be devastating right now, and hubris is dangerous. So stuff happens. This is a game we started developing called Nanopoly, which I think kind of captures a little bit of what's going on. Cash in your stock if the drug comes out. The no nano label appears. Now there's actually 7 or 8 cosmetic companies that have already made a public announcement that they will not use nanotech in their cosmetics. So essentially a no nano statement has happened. Bad. Nanoparticle spill in LA. That's not going to be good. And of course the food battles began in Europe. And that's probably where they will start. What would this look like as a novel? This was Vonnegut's last novel, a wonderful piece. He was a civil engineer by training, and he actually has, in this novel, if you haven't seen it, he draws a bunch of lines and of plots, right? So this is the everything turns out good plot. That's what the scientists believe in, and the government is hoping for. This is the thing that goes bad to infinity. I don't think that's going to happen in nano. This has already happened with a bunch of technologies. Things looked really good, and they collapsed. It happened with dirigibles. But it also happened with nuclear power here. I mean, nuclear power may come back given debates on climate change, but it pretty much disappeared. So I think this is kind of the one that we're going to see with nanotech. It's going to be kind of an uneven plot. But it may be, very much like we saw with genetically modified foods. There'll be a lot of back and forth. One country will move ahead with a precautionary, another country will lag. To me, that's probably the most likely kind of plot. We just finished with Consumers Union a 2-day online web dialogue on nanotech that ran for 2 days. And it was just open to anybody who wanted to plug in and have a discussion. So we basically we'll be doing more of this kind of thing. I don't know if we have time to take a question or two, but thank you.